Good morning. Thank you for being here today. And right now I'm parking on the parking lot at my high school. Can't believe it's been 10 years. Graduated in 2016. It's just like as soon as I drive on the campus, all of these memories are starting to flush back. The good and the bads, but mostly bads. It was a big adjustment on my side. Going to somewhere totally new, not knowing the language, and just really had a hard time fitting in because I was so different. But Jamie was right, a client from my work. She wouldn't change a thing, even all the bad things that's happened in her life. And I asked her why, and she said, well, I wouldn't be the person that I am today if it weren't for those bad things. And it's true. It really is true. Because I wouldn't be the person I am today if I didn't go to this high school. Didn't have to go through what I was going through. To be honest with you, I would not be the person that I am today. If I had everything handed to me and everything would just sunshine rainbow all the time. Seriously. I'm looking at that door. That's where I ran after a girl and asked her out to go to prom with me, and she said no. She's cute though. Anyway, I'm looking at that hallway on the outside, like outside hallway, where there's little balconies you can sit on. Yeah, that's where I used to sit for one whole semester because I was so afraid of going to the lunchroom. And then there is the cafeteria, which is where I eat. And sometimes I would hide in the bathroom, trying pretending like I'm doing something in there, washing my hand or something, just so time would go by and I could go back to class, because I didn't want to go into the lunchroom because, well, I was so afraid of being alone, especially when the tables were made for at least 12 people and everyone were in their own pack, and I was the only lonely one in a giant table. And I didn't want that. I didn't want all of the attention on me. And it was an experience. It's like the first 2 years I gone here, it's like I never really had lunch. Well, I do sometimes. The last year was a little better. I got a little more brave and come up to people's table and sit. And sometimes I talk to them, sometimes I don't. But at the time, all of them were like loser anyway. So it was like the loser table, but it's better than nothing. It was great. I mean, the first years and the second years, and I was lucky that my brother-in-law bought me a translator But you know what shit about it is that the translator can only translate one word. You type in 2 words, it has no idea what the fuck you type in. It's like this little translator that probably had, it just one word, and it describes what it is and different meaning of it, and that's about it. Didn't do any good, didn't do any help. I was struggling because, how the fuck am I gonna read or write or do any of this if I don't even know a word of English, and all I could do was fucking type in some random words and it explain what it is, but how am I gonna put it all in a sentence? Back in Vietnam, I was fucking dog shit at English. Like I was terrible. So like here I am having to force myself to learn something that I have no idea what the fuck it's about. It's like shit. But either if I do this or I stay fucked up for the rest of my life. So what did I do? Well, I have to force myself to learn and have to translate every single word, and it was so tedious because the translator is like a calculator. You type in, but it's so tedious, like button and button, and then if you want to delete it, you have to only delete one letter at a time, and it's just so time consuming. But it was better than nothing. It was better than nothing. And there's a library. That's where I would go, like usually around noon. I will have the permission to leave my class to go there and learn ESL. Yeah, I would go on the little computer and they have this little program that teaches you, but it's another tedious shit, and it was so tedious, and you have to do it every single day. It was not. God, and then there's an ESL teachers, and she teaches you like the language and stuff, and yeah. It was something. And I used to be on this road waiting for my dad to come and pick me up and go home. And it was always like the highlight of my day. Getting out here, waiting for him to come pick me up and go home. It's the best part of the day. I always wish that these days would have gone by so I can just be done with the fucking high school. And hopefully maybe college will be better. But I didn't know anything at the time. I was lost in the sauce. And here I am, looking back to these memories and like, yeah, I could totally do this all over again. But with confidence, with more self-belief and then more, like if I could go back in time and I could go to this high school again, I'll be fucking dominant, But you can always looking back, connecting the dot. And you can't connect it looking forward. Because at the time, it was terrible. And funny how like now I have my own car. I can drive here if I want to. I can do anywhere, go anywhere. And that's what I used to wish for. And here I am. And yet, I'm still not happy. Not content with what I have. And still just here. So what's the point of me saying all this? Well, it is just that in the moment that you are in right now, you don't want it. You don't want to be where you are right now. You would rather be somewhere else than here. Just like me 10 years ago, standing there by the road, waiting for my dad to come. I'll tell myself that. Hold on, my sister's calling. Sorry about that. She was trying to see where I'm at because it's so early. And it's cold today. It's raining too. But yeah, I was saying me was that kid standing by the road waiting for dad to come and pick him up. And all he could think about is just wishing that time would go by quicker, please, so I can grow up, I can have a car, I can have my own place, I can find me a girlfriend, I can do whatever the fuck I want like an adult. But here I am having all of that, well, except the girlfriend, but like having all that freedom now, the things that I always wanted, all the things I always wanted, yeah. And now I wish I could go back to the high school times. I would be so much more, it's like now you have all these experiences. Now you're so much more mature. And now I can actually speak the language. Actually, I would have some fun going here. And it's like I'm sitting here right now having all of that things that the 10 years earlier version of me would wish to have. But now I don't want it. I want to be young again. I want to have zero responsibility again, And the funny thing is that we always want to be somewhere else rather than here. It's like me being old and having all these freedom. Now I want to be young again, being stupid again. You see what I'm saying? It's like one day I'm going to grow older and I'm going to wish that I could go back to being 27 again. And it's like never enough. It's like the happiness that I'm seeking is always out of reach. Always so far away from where I'm at right now. And this is the hard part, to get ourselves to be comfortable with, what it is right now. The things that we have. The things that we take for granted. Because we have it now and it's just not that impressive anymore. And that's a hard part, to realize that you already have what you once wished for. You once wished for these things, and now you have it. You have them all. But no, right now you're sitting here, you want more, you want other things. It's like you will never be enough. Never, ever be enough. But it's a hard reality to swallow, really. I hope you can't hear the rain on the outside, but it's a little noisy. But yeah. So so you might be asking, what the fuck are you trying to say or talk about? Well, all I'm trying to say, it's just just enjoying where you are and trying to make the most out of it. Because one day, you're gonna wish that you could be here again, living these days while you're still young and not as grumpy. You know? It's like now I'm sitting here wishing I could go back in time and go to high school again. You see? But instead, I should have been grateful for all of the things that I have right now instead. You know? But anyway, I think I'm gonna have to go back and eat some breakfast because I'm a little hungry. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.